This video was brought to you by Elbilmek, ABRP, Stormberg, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? Today we're gonna go yet another trip to Hemsedal, but this time with Ioniq 5 N line. This is the regular N, well, it's N line, it has some N styling, but it's not that thirsty N. So we wanna see in comparison, because I think this is maybe what most Norwegians would buy, not the N. How much more efficient is it compared to the N? So yeah, I, as usual, charge the car to 100%, we're still plugged in, but let me show you what it looks like. Shoom. Okay, so I mean, it looks like a regular Ioniq 5, interior-wise. There's some styling in the back here. Yeah, that diffuser seems more aggressive. And then the bing bong is included, of course. And then this time, okay, the car estimates 45% at arrival. We're gonna go to Shell Hemsedal. Wait, how many kilometers away are we? Huh? Oh, they're 220. Okay, I'm blind. All right, let's, yeah, and then this is what I did. I preheated, but then the battery is only at 15 to 16 degrees Celsius. Okay, whatever, let's just go for it. All right, we are on the move. So as usual, we will be following the speed limit. So 80 means 80 on the speedo, and that's actually 77 GPS speed. So consumption is a bit high right now because we are in the highland. So this should be a piece of cake. I mean, the N managed to go the trip just fine. So the question is, how many percent will we arrive with the N line? Is it going to be 20% or even 27% like Tesla? Well, we'll see, but right now I'm behind a truck. I know that I'm driving slower than trucks because trucks will normally try to drive at 88 kilometers per hour. So I don't want to be in front of the truck in case it wants to go faster than me, right? But then the question is this my final destination? Do I want to stay behind the truck too long? We'll see, but he was going slow earlier because he had to climb a hill, but now he seems like he can go faster. So then maybe I just let him slide away from me. Okay, here's my chance. I have to get past the truck. Come on. Leroy Jenkins. Wait, am I dead? Is this heaven? Wait. Can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. Oh, he was just sleeping. Okay. I'm good. We're getting close to Nesbyen, and look at that advertisement. Verdens beste boller. Really? Oh, the car's trying to kill me. Shit, I wasn't paying attention to... Dude, you're supposed to steer for me, not kill me. Okay, but there was an ad there claiming that the world's best buns are over here. Huh? Everyone knows that Espa has the best buns. This is a bold claim. Okay, I need to test this. Let me see. Exit to Nesbyen. Oh, okay, the same advertisement. World's best buns. Oh, at the shopping mall. Okay, Nesbyen shopping. Oh yeah. So we will just exit here. Take a little detour, but I feel confident. Consumption is only 168 watt-hour per kilometer. Okay, it's higher than Tesla, but better than the N. This is the N line. Okay, let's go in there. Let's see, I'm not too familiar over here. Normally I don't stop here. I maybe go to Avenue to charge here from time to time. But let's just follow this. Shouldn't be a too long detour. All right, downtown Nesbyen is a nice little place. But where is the shopping mall? Where are the buns? Centrum S. Centrum. Is it this? Does this look like a shopping mall? Maybe I can ask one of the locals there where I find the buns. Or wait, what is it? What is that? Oh, that's a donut place. No, let me ask them where I find the buns. Hei! Hei, unnskyld. Hvor finner jeg de beste bollene her?
Det beste?
Bollene?
Det er oppe på hjørnet der.
Å, er det her?
Ja.
Ah, det er her borte. Ok, da prøver jeg det. Takk skal du ha. Okay, supposedly it's over here on this corner. Bakery and pizza. Okay, let me see. Sot. Okay, quick pit stop. We need to try. Is this the place? Is this the place they claim has the best buns? Bakeri. Or where is it? Let's see. What is this place? It's a small. What is it? A city? That's a gas station. That's a local church. That's Remen. Okay, you know what? I think this is the shopping mall. They're not that big over here. Wow, that took a while. So the car was actually getting cooled down here in 0 degrees Celsius. But we're now back on the road. And yes, I went for, this is raisin bun, rosinbolle, and then kanelbolle or cinnamon bun. So let's see now. Let's try this first, okay? The basic bun with some stuff in it. It is somewhat dry, not juicy. And also doesn't have that fermentation from the yeast that the Espa buns has. You can see here. And this was also quite expensive, around 5 times more expensive than the Espa buns. This is a big fail. Okay, next candidate. How about the cinnamon bun? Can it redeem itself? Also hard and dry, even though it seems like they bake everything in-house. I mean, it's like eating paper with cinnamon and sugar. Not recommended. Also expensive, 50 NOK, around 4.5 euros for this single bun here. Overpriced stuff, not good. I would go for Bit Union instead. They also have a bakery that's way better cinnamon bun than here. And then for regular buns, Espa. So here, over there, won't be stopping there anymore. And then you guys also don't need to stop there. Just keep driving. We have arrived at Shell Hemsedal, and then over here we have 56% battery, wow. And the consumption was 179 watt-hour per kilometer. So I remember that the budget to go back down is 179. So we can make it there just fine. Wait, what? Hey, I saw this yesterday also. There is a triangle here. What is that? And then where do I find the notification? Do I go here? Let me see. No. Any warnings here? No. Maybe we have to pull down here. Wait, there's a pull down menu. There. No. Where? What is that? Okay, whatever. But now let's see. If I navigate back to Yes Home, do I have? Actually, no. Okay. Let's search Yes Home. Storsenter, close enough. Let's see. What is the car going to estimate now at arrival? Might be insufficient. No, we don't care about that. Go. 6%? Really? Okay, let's go for it. We just passed Gol, and over here the consumption is only 105 watt-hour per kilometer. Wow. Tesla, go home. Okay, let me see what the total consumption. Okay, yeah, he's running on the rear motor most of the time to save energy. It can disconnect the front motor. And yeah, total now is 258 kilometers. Okay, 167 watt-hour per kilometer. All right, so the strange thing is that the car estimates that we will arrive with 6%. But I calculated that we should arrive with 15%. Doesn't the car know we're gonna go downhill, or what's up with this? But yeah, so the battery has cooled down to only 3 to 9 degrees Celsius. It's been scavenging heat from the battery, and then outside we have 1 degrees. So we don't have that nice warm weather like we had in that N run, but we still have a lower consumption on the N. We are now at guard number 1. We made it here with 13% left. Consumption was 169 watt-hour per kilometer. So yeah, I could continue all the way to Jessheim, and then I would arrive with 10%. Yeah. So okay, my estimation were a little bit off. The car was thirstier than I expected, but you see here, the battery has cooled down to 5 to 9 degrees Celsius. So under ideal condition, when it's over 21 degrees Celsius, I will receive 205 kilowatt. So how many kilowatt do we receive now with cold battery? Well, let's find out. We have Circle K over there with 300 kilowatt charger. Let's plug it in. All right, now we're getting 8.5 kilowatt. Right. 8.5 kilowatt. Are we getting 8 kilowatt? What the heck? Wait, let's try another charger. Okay, first I tried that charger, now we move to this charger, and we're getting 10 kilowatt. Huh? 10. Are we getting 10? Are we getting 10 kilowatt? We're getting 10 kilowatt. We're getting 10. It was 8 kilowatt over there. We're getting 10 kilowatt here. Okay. Seems like with the Korean cars, you get 10 kilowatt if the battery is too cold. Shit. Tesla, well, I remember when I did the same test with Tesla. First of all, Tesla arrived with 27%. That was a Model Y long range. And with Tesla, when I plugged in, I got 150 kilowatt. Okay, it's supposed to take 250. I got 150. That was pretty good. Now we're supposed to take 205, and then the peak is 260 kilowatt. And we're getting 20 kilowatt now. Oh, no. It's doing that Chinese thing. Yeah, a Chinese EV where it goes slow initially. And what happened to the charging screen here? There, okay, it's back now. Okay, so it had just a slow ramp up. All right, let's see then. How many kilowatt hour per hour do we get now? It ramps up. Can we beat Tesla? Come on, we have to get more than 150 kilowatt. This is the 800 volt architecture. Okay, we're getting 75 kilowatt. Still half a Tesla. Shit. The Tesla killer got killed. Wait, let me see. Right now I'm in accessory mode where we have the screen on. Why do we even have accessory mode? Why do we even have a power button in EV? Well, I don't know, you ask me. There shouldn't even be a power button here. But okay, so you see that we are pulling 77 kilowatt from the charger. 74 kilowatt goes into the battery, and I think the remaining 4 kilowatt is going into heating up the battery, but it's going to take a while. So even after several minutes, we are still at 73 kilowatt. But what happens if I fire up this and then heater is on? Will it then pull 80 kilowatt, or will it pull more for heating up the cabin? Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Wait. I'm not sure. Okay, but how long is it supposed to get 74 kilowatt until we get some faster speed? Maybe once this the min battery temperature hits 10 degrees Celsius. The only problem is that it is 4 in the afternoon now, and I need to pick up Isabel right around now, or not too late. Wifey said that she doesn't want Isabel to be picked up the last, especially not on the Friday night. So I don't have time for this. I think we just have to leave. All right, we are back home. Isabel has been picked up and now she's inside. So the Ioniq 5N line, how was it? Well, it's comfortable and fairly quick and quiet, and it can actually go quite long distance. You know, originally the whole Hemsedal trip, how did it start? Well, it wasn't me who came up with it. It was actually Polestar. They claim that the Polestar 2 can drive from Oslo to Hemsedal, and then you can go skiing there, and then you can drive back without recharging. So that's what we tried today, and today we had more winter consumption, winter weather with around 0 degrees or a couple of 2-3 degrees Celsius. So it's, well, almost winter test, winter condition. And then at least this Ioniq 5 managed to go all the way there and back again, no problemo. So you just have to remember to preheat the battery before you fast charge. But it was also interesting to test worst case, what happens if you forget to preheat. Well, then at least the Ioniq goes quite slow. It's because it tends to suck all the heat out of the battery. Tesla actually kept the battery temperature at around 27 to 30 degrees Celsius. That's why Tesla charges way faster. But despite that, also Tesla managed to have lower consumption even with hot the battery. So yeah, I mean, this is the upgraded battery, 84 kilowatt hour. It charges faster, it has better range, but maybe it would have been better if Hyundai tried to focus more on efficiency. So yeah, but I mean, is it possible? Well, Tesla shows that it's possible, but maybe it's no problem. You just put in a bigger battery and then you have faster charging, and then no problem. So that's gonna be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.